the globe and you just kind of put your finger on it and we're like, you know, I think I could live there, or I'd want to go there. Do that in elementary school, and you're always kind of like joke about it. But it's weird to think that that's actually like a reality in my life right now. Like I'm looking into studying abroad in Madrid, Spain for a semester in the spring of 2017. And my senior year of high school, I had the privilege of going to Costa Rica for a week to study in the rainforest and kind of practice my Spanish and meet people. And it was a really positive experience in my life that I believe changed it for forever, because I mean, I want to study abroad now and do cool things. So today I would like all of you to consider studying abroad, and I have 3 things that I'd really like to discuss with you in your research and deliberating process. First, there's the benefits of studying abroad during your undergraduate that will persist throughout your return to the States, your benefits postgraduate that will impact you for the rest of your life, and last will be your financial stuff. Like that's usually an obstacle for people, and so I'm going to give you tips on how to get the most bang for your buck and make your financial experience a little bit lighter while you're overseas. So first, there's benefits as an undergrad to studying abroad. First, you'll be more capable of balanced and independent life than you will ever be before. You'll have to deal with cultural barriers, making good grades, making friends in a place that you don't have any, budgeting, all sorts of things that you've probably never had to deal with before. And so this will make you a more well-rounded and mature adult when you return, and you'll be capable of a lot more things than you were not capable of before coming. You also will have better success in school when you return. 100% of students that studied abroad at the University of California at Merced had an increase in GPA upon their return to the States, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me because I figured you'd be more relaxed, but no, you're probably more hardworking because you don't have all those other things to deal with, like trying to understand what people are saying. You'll also have a global network of friends. This is something I personally experienced when I went to Costa Rica. Every single person I wanted to practice Spanish with instantly wanted to become my Facebook friend. This was something that was kind of weird, but it's something that people can relate to, and it's something that will really help you grow as a person when you try to make job connections, visit people abroad, you'll have places to stay, and it's something that will impact you long term. But these benefits in your college experience will not stop when you graduate. They'll continue on and persist even into your postgraduate and adult career life. Alan E. Goodman of the New York Times said in 2014 that only 10% of American students studied abroad, which is crazy to me because I thought like everybody was doing it, like it's something that I would want to do. But to set yourself ahead of 90% of other Americans graduating is huge. Like, it's something that would give you a more worldly perspective, greater experiences with diversity, encountering stereotypes, language barriers, and ultimately improve your opportunity of getting a better career. In fact, at the University of California at Merced, 90% of graduate students were admitted to their first or second postgraduate school of choice if they studied abroad. Also, they received a 25% higher starting salary as opposed to those that had not studied abroad. And so that's something I would notice, like if I got a 25% pay raise as opposed to my friend just coming out of school. And you'll also probably achieve fluency in a different language. Living abroad, not everybody speaks English. Even if you are in England, you could still learn a different dialect and become fluent in other slang, and perhaps become fluent in another language if it's not English. And so this is something that you can always put on your resume, and it'll help you relate to other people in any setting, not just business. And it's something that will persist with you for the rest of your life. Now, all these things are good and fine, but a lot of people struggle with studying abroad and deciding to finally do it because of the financial obstacles associated with it. So I wanted to talk to you about some resources and just things that you need to consider when you're planning your study abroad. First, the National Association of Foreign Student Advisors is a great resource for all things financial aid, from grants, loans, state aid, merit-based, need-based, and all sorts of different kinds of aid. There's all these things you can do, from applying to scholarships, doing work-study programs, and basically just like filling out the paperwork. Some don't receive enough applicants, so they just give the money to whoever applies. I talked to my advisor, and she said that my tuition for my study abroad would be essentially the same as my tuition for Texas A&M, because nobody applies for things, and so it would be waived pretty much. It's also important to check out the different programs. At Texas A&M, they have week-long, month-long, semester, and summer. Summer is surprisingly the most expensive out of all of those. It's $3,000 to $5,000 on average more expensive to study in the summer than it is for a semester, and you're getting 2 months less. This is due to travel expenses and the demand of the year that you're going. Most people want to travel in June, not really in January. And so you're also paying for like the a la carte college experience. When you're only going to one class, it's going to be more expensive because they want to get the most money out of you. You're also probably going to bounce from city to city, and so you're probably going to stay in a hotel. If you go for a semester, you're probably going to stay with a family. You won't really have rent. Your food will be covered at least 1 to 2 meals a day because they're going to feed you. And you'll get better language immersion if you stay with a family. They'll want to teach you their culture. They'll want to share with you their experiences, and you'll probably become more worldly if you do that, as opposed to staying in a dorm or bouncing back and forth from hotel to hotel. You also should use your resources of the country that you're staying in. A lot of assets are in countries that we don't have in America, like public transportation in every city that you go to. Dallas doesn't have that, but it's something you should fully take advantage of in any city you go to abroad. There's also lots of things like living accommodations, like you could stay in a hostel. That's something we don't have in America, and it's incredibly cheap, and it's something you should absolutely take advantage of, as opposed to staying in a hotel or taking a taxi as opposed to public transportation. These are things that you could save a lot of money on, but a lot of people don't consider when they're thinking of the whole like face value of it's X amount of thousands of dollars to go. But you can waive a lot of that, and you can save by doing a lot of small things while you are abroad. So last, I would like to encourage you to just do it. Do your research, apply, encourage your family, friends, yourself to just kind of take that leap of faith and go abroad. You won't regret it. There's a lot of benefits while you're still in school that you'll experience when you return to the States. The benefits won't stop when you graduate because it's an experience that nobody can really take away from you. And you can make it affordable, and it's not that far out of reach. I personally am very excited for my study abroad, even though I haven't been accepted, but you know, if you apply, you're probably going to get accepted. And so I would encourage anybody that I know or you know to apply, research, and just go abroad. Thank you.